Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to say that I'm so glad to be doing this video, but every time I do say that, I should find a new thing to say. But that's true, yes, I'm so glad to be doing a new video, and today I want to talk about how to live alone. So let me say something before. It's been 2 years, I'm living alone by myself, and I'm so glad. I'm so proud of myself because let me tell you, when I started, I didn't know that I will be able to make it happen. You know, I will be enjoying this journey by myself, and I want to share my experience. And I hope that you're gonna relate to it, and some of you are gonna tell me what are your tips on living alone, or what were your expectations before, and what is the reality. Oh, there's something. Yeah. So let me tell you first of all what I heard before going to live alone. Like, I know that the things that I heard before were coming from the people who care about me, people who love me, like my family, my friends, and yeah, the people that I know. So yeah, the first thing that they were telling me was, you will get depressed. Yeah, that's what they told me. And when I asked them, like, how sure are you, or why do you say that, why do you think like that, they were telling me, you will get time to be alone, so much time to be alone, and you will be overthinking, and you won't get anyone to talk to. You will come from school, you will come from work, and when you reach home, you will just find that you are alone. Yes. And somehow it is true. Yes, I come back. Either I'm tired or not, I don't find anyone to talk to. I don't find anyone to who says, "Oh, I made food for you." Yeah, which is which would be nice. But anyways, yeah, that's what I heard before. Like, I would get depressed, and many of those people who were telling me, they told me like they started like that, and after they realized that they need someone else to live with. And I was like, okay, let me go to have my own experience and see what happens. So yeah, that was the first thing, like, I will get depressed. The second thing, it was safety. Yeah. As in, okay, I live in Turkey. I don't know in other countries, but it's not really safe to live alone when you are a girl. And I would say that, yeah, I think in all countries really is not really that safe. First of all, because someone can follow you, or someone who knows that you live alone maybe can come and yeah, may God forbid. So yeah, they told me that. And another part of the safety is when you get sick. When I get sick, I won't get anyone to come to check on me, to know if something happened to me, because yeah, no one will know. And I was like, before, like, yeah, that point, it is true. I agree with that. When I get sick, no one gets to know if I am sick or not unless I say it. And most of the time I was like, oh, if it happens that I lose conscience or something, who will come to me? But before I give up, I was like, maybe I can be living with two housemates or three, and maybe it happens that they went to work, or it happens that they traveled, and I stay alone. So if something happens to me, it means it will happen. So these kind of things, only God can assure you that you're gonna be okay, right? I don't know who agree with me, but that was my way of thinking. Yeah. So the third thing they told me is the, okay, this one I don't know, I don't remember if they really told me, but it's something that I observed, the way people think when you live alone. I want my family to be thinking that I left where I was staying, the dormitories, because I want to invite anyone. Yeah, this is not the image I wanted to have. So I realized that most of the time when I meet someone, and uh, he asked me, who do you stay with? And they say, I stay alone. They always look at me as in, you stay alone. So yeah, it's so weird what people think, but anyways, yeah, at this point now, I don't really care. So yeah, that was the third thing, and the fourth thing, which is the last one that I remember so far, was will you be able to pay all the bills? Because staying alone is not the same way that staying with other people, because when you stay with other people you do share your expenses, your electricity, water, whatever, like you do share, you divide. But me staying alone, it means I have to pay everything. Yeah, even the, yeah, I'm not going to calculate right now, but yeah, somehow it's expensive than other people. The difference that I saw is the people who stay with others, they get more money to go out to eat and to do shopping, which is something that I don't get. Like, I mean, all my money ends in paying the bills, everything, I'm always paying. But I just like the fact that I have peace, when I live alone. I don't get angry that someone is messy. I don't get angry that someone is making noise, So yeah, the peace that comes when I know that I'm paying for a house or for my bills that I'm using. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, so I'm going now to share the tips on how to live alone. Yeah, or the tips that I use when I stay alone. The tips that I used to stay alone these 2 years were that at the very beginning I did my best. I was praying for it and God really answered to it. It was to find a safe place. So, for example, like in the city where I stay in, there are two divided places. There is a place where it's near to the university. You don't have to take the bus all the time, and it's very crowded. It's where many students stays. And the other place, it's a place where you don't really see many students. You just see families. You just see doctors. You just see teachers. So yeah, the second place, it's boring and it is far. But I was sitting and I was trying to think, and I was like, the first place is not really safe for me to stay there, because you always see people fighting. You always, like, yeah, there is this way that yeah, it's not quite, I can say it's not quite. So I went for the second option, which is not easy because it is far and because, yeah, somehow it's very quiet, but it was the safetiest place for me. Can I say safetiest? Yeah, it was the safetiest place for me. Second thing was I really worked on my relationship with my neighbors. Yes, sometimes it's not good to have neighbors who always come to check on you, and this is not what I wanted. I didn't want, like, neighbors who will look at me all the time whatever I'm doing. But I worked on the relationship that I have with them, as in, if they need something, I will be able to help, and if I need something, like, yeah, they are a blessing for me. So this is very important, because sometimes something happens, like maybe there is like a problem with the electricity, or maybe there is a problem with water, or I get sick. Oh gosh, I remember one day I was getting ready for school, and I don't know, like, I was touching something, and there's this thing in my bag. It cut my finger. I was bleeding a lot, and I saw the blood. I was like, oh my gosh, what to do? Because it couldn't stop, and I didn't have anything to put on it. And what I did was, I texted my neighbor. I was like, are you at home? And she was like, yeah, I'm home. And I ran to her. Like, when she saw me, she was like, what the hell did you do? What happened to you? So yeah, she helped me, and that's when I saw, it's not only that time, but every time it always remind me that it's so good to have a good relationship with your neighbors, because yeah, you do help each other, you do be um, present for each other. And the third thing was to buy double things. Let me tell you the list of the things that I buy. Not, I don't buy one piece. I buy two most of the time. Is, if you are a girl, make sure you have two pads. Make sure you always have pads. Because if you don't have it, how will you go out? How will you do? Yes. And the soap, Colgate, and yeah, you can list things that you know that these things are very important for you. So yeah, me, I try, because I know that I'm gonna forget to buy some of them, so I try to always have a packet. Yes, that's the thing. That was the third thing. And the fourth thing, I'm looking because I'm gonna forget. Ah, make sure you are careful before you leave the house. You know what I mean by that? Uh, I know many of us, like people who live abroad. Okay, back home, like where I live, we don't use gas in cooking. But hey, it's really not safe when you forget to close your gas, or you forget to, yeah, there are some stuff that you know that you really have to check before you go out. So the thing is, I know I'm paranoid sometimes. I go out, and when I reach the gate, I'm like, oh my god, did I close the gas? Did I? And sometimes whenever I have a doubt, I have to go back. I have to go back because I'm like, I don't want this house to explode. I don't want this house to be on fire. So yeah, just be careful before you leave the house. And the last thing, is it the last? Yes. For depression, when you don't want to always overthink, and get busy. That's my tactic. Get busy. So yeah, before coronavirus, I wasn't having a problem with living alone, because I go to work, I go to school, I come back, I'm tired, I talk with my family, I study, I don't know, I eat, and yeah, that's it. But now with coronavirus, I try to get busy. I try to get busy doing these videos. I try to get busy watching movies. I try to get busy studying. So make sure that you always have something to do. And yeah, pray. That was the last thing actually, which is the best one, is pray for happiness. God is awesome, guys. Yes. I'm preaching right now. Yeah, but let me tell you the truth. I wouldn't be able to do any of that. I wouldn't be able to enjoy these 2 years if God wasn't on my side. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. I know I did a long video, but I just wanted to share my tips, and I don't know why I keep moving. Yes. Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much that you're going to comment and share your tips in case you live alone. Or yeah, you tell me what you think about living alone, if it is easy for you or hard. And see you in another video. Don't forget to like also. I forgot this. Don't forget to like and share, and keep supporting me, guys. Thank you. Bye.